Suppose you are walking in the middle of nowhere, and all of a sudden, right in your path, you find one of these. This here is a service manual. If you want to work on your own vehicle, this here is the thing to have. It tells you everything you need to know about fixing this particular automobile. If I were to tell you that I found this and this book with all these instructions, specific instructions, point by point by point by point by point, that this 1,000-page thick book just came about by pure chance, you probably would think I'm crazy, and for a good reason. So you don't believe that this book with all these instructions just poof appear by itself in the middle of nowhere. You don't believe that, and neither do I. It's impossible for an intelligent creature like we are to believe that this book, this manual, this service manual, just appeared by itself, just like that, with all these specific instructions, page by page, step by step. Impossible to come about by itself. It's impossible that somehow a whole bunch of ink got spilled into paper, and some hurricane, some wind, something happened, mixed everything together. These pages got cut exactly all the same size. They got all put together in sequence, and all this information came about into this book all purely by chance. You don't believe that. No sane person would believe that. Yet, we are made to believe that DNA containing all the information necessary for human and for all life on Earth to exist, from a single cell organism to us, composed of 4 letters, A, C, G, T, composed of only 4 letters, written in sequence of 3 letters, not necessarily like this, but it's only in sequence of 3 letters. We have about a million pages of DNA code in a human body. With that 1 million pages, you can write 2,500 books, 400 pages long. Okay, you can have 2,500 books, 400 pages each. Reading from the Human Genome website, they have the following. There are 3 billion letters in the human genome. Written out, the human genome would stretch 5,592 miles, or 9,000 kilometers. It would take a typist working 8 hours a day, half a century to type. It would fill 1 million pages, 5,000 books stacked 200 feet high, or 200 telephone directories, or 2,500 books, 400 pages each. Read out for 24 hours a day, it would take a century to finish. The human body has 100 trillion cells. Each contains a copy of the entire genome. They also say that the human genome is 97% junk. It is already becoming clear it has functionality and is wrongly named. So in other words, the scientists thought that 97% of the human genome was just junk. It didn't have a purpose. But the more scientists, the more science learns, the more they become aware that things are not just junk. Just like Darwin thought that the cells were just a blob of nothing. And then we came to discover that the cell is just not a blob of nothing. The cell is this wonderful mechanism. Yet back then they thought the cell was just a blob. Now they came to discover DNA, and they did all these studies, and they thought 97% of it was junk. They're coming to realize, wait a minute, this is not just junk, this has a function. If you don't believe that this book, okay, and this book, I don't know how many pages this book has. This book may have, I never counted. It may have 1,000 pages, may have more, may have less. I don't know, but it's pretty thick. Okay, if you think that this came by chance, then you're crazy, and you need to see a psychiatrist immediately. If you are like me and most people who believe that this manual did not come about by chance, but it was created by intelligent beings for an intelligent purpose, then how can you say or even think that the code that's written in every living thing, including us, that our genome, our DNA, our deoxyribonucleic acid, and I might be misspelling it, but that's how I pronounce it. That's what DNA means, deoxyribonucleic acid. That the DNA in our bodies that fills out 2,500 books. .400 pages thick, written in sequence. You take things out of sequence and the book doesn't read right. In other words, you don't have a human body. You mean to tell me that this book, 1 million pages long, written in 4 letters, in sequence of 3, you mean to tell me that this happened by chance over millions of years of evolution and natural selection? All this happened by chance. But this was created by intelligent life, us, for a purpose. You believe that this happened by chance and not by a creator with an intelligent purpose behind it. I believe that God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of the Messiah, Jesus himself, being the Word of God that spoke and created the universe, created the earth, and created all of us. This is his code. We are written in a code that did not come about by chance, but it came about for a purpose. We have a purpose. We are not a blob of nothingness. We did not come about by chance. We are not descendants of monkeys. Maybe you are. I am not. But that's what kids nowadays are taught in school, at least in America, that they have no value. And I know this from firsthand. I know from seeing it, professors giving lectures on how they teach the kids. They teach the kids that there was this one particular professor from a college. I think he passed away because many years ago he had some disease, and I think he already passed away. But his thing is that we came about by chance, by pure chance, natural selection and millions of years. And when we die, and there's nothing else about us. We are the product of evolution, he says. he said. When you teach kids that they are here by chance, there's no purpose in life, really. Because when you die, you die. There's no accountability. There's no purpose. You are here by chance. When kids, whatever age, learn this, and is ingrained in their brains, and they believe it, what hope is there for them? They can go out and kill themselves, kill other kids, kill other students, have no respect for their elders, and believe that there's no consequences to come. I'm not saying that everybody that believes believes in evolution is a bad person, but I'm saying that when you tell enough people that they are just here by chance and nothing else, and when they die, what hope are you giving them? None. If you don't believe that this manual came about by chance, and this is probably 1,000 pages long or less. If you don't believe that, how can you believe that our human DNA came about by chance? How can this be chance? For you formed my inward parts, you wove me in my mother's womb. I will give thanks to you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works, and my soul knows it very well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in secret, and skillfully wrought in the depths of the earth. Your eyes have seen my unformed substance, and in your book were all written the days that were ordained for me, when as yet there was none of them. Psalm 139, 13, 16.